The void between stars shimmered as three massive Vespid warships closed in on the small Galactic Alliance outpost. The crystalline station spun helplessly, its distressed beacon pulsing into the empty darkness. Inside, Ambassador Talia of the Luminar race clutched the communications console, her luminescent skin dimming with despair. "This is Outpost 7 requesting immediate assistance," she transmitted for the 13th time. "We are under attack by Vespid raiders. Our shields are failing. We have civilians aboard." The silence that followed was more terrifying than the distant rumble of the Vespid weapons charging. The Alliance fleet was stretched thin across 17 sectors. No help would come. Commander Rock, a bulky Stenari with mottled gray skin, placed his four-fingered hand on Talia's shoulder. "The nearest Alliance vessel is 3 days away," he said grimly. "We should prepare the evacuation pods." "The Vespid will just pick them off one by one," Talia replied. "You know how they operate." Rock's facial ridges flattened in resignation. The Vespid were relentless hunters, evolved from hive predators on a harsh world. They viewed other sentient species as either threats or resources. This remote outpost, with its valuable quantum communications array and 56 civilians, was simply prey. A junior communications officer suddenly straightened at his console. "Commander, I'm detecting a ship dropping out of FTL nearby." Hope flickered briefly before Rock's tactical mind crushed it. "Probably another Vespid." "No, sir. It's registering as a human vessel." Talia and Rock exchanged looks. Humans, the newcomers to the galactic community, the strange bipeds from a death world who had only achieved FTL travel 30 standard years ago. "Are they responding to our distress call?" Talia asked. "Unknown. They're not broadcasting on Alliance frequencies." On the view screen, a ship materialized from the folded space. It was smaller than the Vespid warships, with a design neither elegant nor beautiful. It resembled a hammer more than a vessel, blunt-nosed and utilitarian, with massive engines disproportionate to its frame. "That's the Iron Will Asterisk," said the officer, "a human mining vessel." Rock made a dismissive gesture. "A mining ship against 3 Vespid warships. They must not understand what they're flying into." The comms crackled. A rough, confident voice broke through. "Outpost 7, this is Captain Marcus of the Iron Will Asterisk. We received your distress call. Hold tight." Talia activated the channel. "Captain, this is Ambassador Talia. We appreciate your courage, but you must retreat immediately. There are 3 Vespid warships. This isn't your fight." A strange sound came through the channel, a short, sharp exhalation that took Talia a moment to recognize as human laughter. "With respect, Ambassador, we've tangled with Vespid before. Just keep your people safe. We'll handle this." The transmission cut. On the view screen, the human vessel accelerated toward the Vespid formation. "They're insane," whispered Rock. The Vespid noticed the newcomer. One warship broke formation, turning to intercept the human vessel. Laser fire lanced across space, but the mining ship moved with unexpected agility, evading the deadly beams. "What are they doing?" Talia wondered aloud. The answer came moments later as the Iron Will Asterisk launched what appeared to be mining drones, dozens of them, swarming toward the Vespid vessels. "Those aren't standard mining drones," Rock observed, his tactical display highlighting unusual modifications. "They've been weaponized." The drones attached themselves to the nearest Vespid warship, drilling through its armored hull with industrial cutting tools designed to break apart asteroids. The Vespid ship's weapons tracked frantically, trying to target the small, fast-moving attackers. Meanwhile, the human ship executed a maneuver that made Talia's inner ears ache just watching it. A high turn that would have killed most Alliance species. It positioned itself between the outpost and the remaining 2 Vespid vessels. "They're shielding us," Rock said, disbelief evident in his voice. The comms activated again. "Outpost 7, we're buying you time. If you've got any defensive capabilities left, now would be the time." Rock moved quickly to the weapons console, routing emergency power to the pulse cannons. The outpost's meager defensive weapons came online as the first Vespid warship began breaking apart, its hull compromised in too many places by the mining drones. The remaining Vespid ships focused their fire on the human vessel, which absorbed punishing hits to its reinforced hull. Their shields are failing, reported the sensor officer. Yet the human ship pressed forward, launching what appeared to be mining explosives, charges normally used to break apart mineral-rich asteroids, directly at the second Vespid vessel. The resulting detonation wasn't elegant or precise, but it tore through the Vespid ship's propulsion system, leaving it drifting. The final Vespid warship, perhaps recognizing the unexpected danger, began to retreat. The human vessel, despite obvious damage, pursued relentlessly. "They're not letting it escape," Talia observed, transfixed. Captain Marcus's voice came through again, strained but determined. "Outpost 7, the threat will be neutralized in approximately 3 minutes. Prepared, receive wounded. We took some hits." 20 minutes later, Talia stood in the outpost's docking bay as the battered human mining vessel connected to their airlock. The door cycled open to reveal Captain Marcus, a tall human with dark skin and a bloodied face, supporting an injured crew member. "Sorry about the mess," Marcus said, gesturing to their ship. "Mining vessels aren't built for combat, but we make do." "You saved 56 lives," Talia replied, still processing what she had witnessed. "Why did you intervene when no one else would?" Marcus looked genuinely confused by the question. "We heard your call. You needed help." Rock approach, his usually stern demeanor replaced with something approaching respect. "Your tactics were unconventional, but effective." The human captain shrugged. "When you grow up on Earth, you learn to use what you have. Sometimes a mining drill works better than a laser cannon if you put it in the right place." As medical teams tended to the human crew, Talia observed them with new understanding. The Alliance had classified humans as potential threats due to their aggressive evolutionary history and their startling adaptability. What the Alliance hadn't anticipated was that these same traits, the very characteristics that made humans terrifying, also made them the ones who would fly into danger when all others calculated the odds and fled. Sometimes, Talia realized, you needed the terrifying ones on your side.